Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 2 of the Icon Presents podcast. It is so good to be back. Today, I am joined by an amazing band here performing for us 2 songs for their newest project coming January 2025 titled Are You Satisfied? Ladies and gentlemen, Icon Presents Home by 5.
Say that I'm just a dreamer. You can say I don't apply myself. I'm lethargic, I don't put in much effort. If I did, I could accomplish many things, many things. Don't wanna wake up, don't wanna wake up. Want to sleep forever. Make it all stop, make it all stop. Make the world freeze over. I have dreams inside my head that I'd rather think about instead. My head's in the clouds most days. I wouldn't have it any other way. Fighting urges was never my strong suit. I often tripped and let myself continue to fall. The truth is I never thought I'd see the day where I step up to change my fate. I was never one to complain about the same old things, but now I don't wanna wake up, don't wanna wake up. Want to sleep forever. Make it all stop, make it all stop. Make the world freeze over. I have dreams inside my head that I'd rather think about instead. My head's in the clouds most days. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm holding on to everything I have, 'cause no one knows I'm all alone with my thoughts. Don't wanna wake up, don't wanna wake up. Want to sleep forever. Make it all stop, make it all stop. Make the world freeze over. I have dreams inside my head that I'd rather think about instead. My head's in the clouds most days. I wouldn't have it any other way. No, no, wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't have it any other way. It would be a great mistake if you wandered off into the deep end, letting no one know of your thoughts or what you've been contemplating. Don't let them see, don't let them know that you are running to the bone. You want to feel something, just know the worst is almost over. Fake a smile, fake a laugh, maybe
Welcome, Home by 5. How you guys doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Oh man, you guys did a great job. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, thank you.
We've been working hard on that.
Oh yeah?
We did not want to mess up.
I got you. For the camera's sake, or for the audience sake, we'll say we did that in one take.
Yeah.
Right? I got
One
you.
take.
No, not like
One take wonders.
Exactly. So I know this is not the full band. Obviously, we had the rest of the crew in before, but let's go around and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm the lead singer and I guess leader. I don't like that word, but yeah, I'm Eric.
I'm Carlos. I am the drummer.
My name is Ron. I play guitar.
Alrighty, and then you had your bass player and your rhythm guitarist. What
Bass
were their
player
names?
was Kira, and then the rhythm guitarist was Justin.
Okay, gotcha. How long you guys been playing together?
Varies.
So-
who you're asking?
Me and my brother have been in bands since we were like, I was like 8 and he was 10.
Okay.
So we've been in bands together for that. And then me and Ron have been in this iteration of the band. Well, he's been in my band for like maybe a few years now.
What, a year and a half, two?
Year and a half.
About 2 years?
And then with Justin and Kira, this iteration of band with this lineup is probably a few months.
Yeah.
4 or 5 months.
Something like that at least.
Okay, got you. You said this iteration of the band. Have you guys did you have previous members or you guys just been growing as time's gone on?
Yeah, people come and go. It's many different reasons. I'm sure there's times where I'm just hard to work with.
I got you.
Because I have a vision and not everybody can fit into that vision,
I got you.
or can align with it.
Right.
But I have no ill feelings towards people, but sometimes things get in the way. Some people can't commit full time, or it's just like creative differences. It's hard, but I like to say I'm hard to work with, but I'm not impossible to work with.
I got
Like
you.
as these guys can tell you,
I got you.
We make it work.
we make it work.
We
Right?
make it work. Got you. I should ask them. We'll ask the new guys for the band. In a few months,
Yeah, we'll see.
Will they agree with
We'll
that?
see if they
sentiment? That's awesome. So your project that you guys are working on, and those 2 songs. So you did Dreamer as well as KYS. Give me a little bit of a backstory on that.
So Dreamer is about basically daydreaming in class, daydreaming wherever I am, because I want to be able to do music for a living.
Okay.
The whole point of Home by 5 is that we don't want to be home by 5. We don't want to work a 9-to-5 job.
Gotcha.
We want to do music. We want music to supplement us and be able to make a living out of it. So Dreamer is basically that whole idea, and then it's just the lyrics basically just say that, especially in the chorus, where it's like, I have dreams inside my head, that I'd rather do instead. Basically, it's like, I'd rather be doing this instead of sitting in class doing this, because
Gotcha.
College didn't work out for me.
I got you.
Every day in class in college, I was like, I could be networking, I could be playing music, I could be working to, supplement my music,
Yeah.
So that's basically it.
I got you. Now you always find that whenever you have a vision for what you want in your life, it's hard to let that go and kind of settle for the thing that is not going to make you feel fully fulfilled. It's like there's a reality to it that you have to kind of remain in. It's like you can't just say like, I got a wife and kids. I can't say, hey, you know what? I want to go be, I don't know, a rock star, and just say, cool, I'm just going to go ahead and do that full time. And if I don't have the musical talent or the bass to do that, then it's like, nah, man.
That's
See you
difficult.
later. Exactly.
A lot of people don't realize that it takes a lot of money too. Like
100%.
you pull, it's like a sinkhole of just money, like putting money into promotion or recording, or just like, sometimes like we have different schedules. So the only time we can practice is around 9 p.m. to like 12 a.m. So we have to rent out studios to practice and stuff. So like it's definitely a money hole. And that's another reason why some members have left, is because like if you're in it for the money right now, it's like it's not going to be it. Like a lot of the stuff has to go back into the band.
You got to be in it for the passion.
Yeah.
They call it starving artist for a reason.
Starving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's where it all comes from. But we've all been there. And if you stick to it, and that's most of the time that you set yourself apart. It's the work ethic that will basically determine how far you go with it. And it's just one of those things that, like I said, you'll see how far you go based off how much work you're willing to put in.
I agree.
Yeah. So you guys, Dreamer, it's about, daydreaming and what you wish your life could be
Dreaming
and all
about
that
a better
kind of
life.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then KYS, which is an acronym for certain things, but you guys want to change the meaning of it.
Yeah,
twist
we're
on it.
changing the meaning, guys.
Okay.
It's called "Keep Yourself Safe." Is the full title? Keep yourself safe. The whole like kind of idea behind that, like KYS thing is that they're in Take It Back Sunday. They have a song called like "Cute Without the E" or something, or "Cut." And then and the brackets is like "Cute Without the E." That's kind of what I want to do with that. But yeah, keep yourself safe. It's basically about the whole song is me trying to talk someone off the ledge, kind of thing.
I got you.
Trying to tell them to come back. Don't stray too far. Don't go off into the deep end. Like come back. I'll help you. I'll help you. Stand on your own, it's basically just a lot about that. I talk a lot about mental health in my songs because I personally deal with mental health issues. I was diagnosed with bipolar. So a lot of my songs deal with that kind of topic.
I got you. Do you write most of the songs yourselves?
Yeah. So I write the lyrics mainly, and then I always bounce back and forth with Ron about like instrumentals.
Okay.
And then recently we're trying to write songs from scratch with everybody involved.
Okay.
So that it's more of a unit instead of like me or just him.
Yeah. Get more of a collaborative effort on this song.
Yeah, just trying to figure out a new process with the new people.
I got you. So tell me, what kind of like goals do you have for the band as a whole? So, you guys are at this point now. And obviously you're a dreamer. What does that dream look like for you?
Oof. Soma?
Yeah, I'd say Soma.
Soma's our target right now.
Trying to get back into Soma. Yeah.
Me and
You
Carlos.
said back into Soma?
Yeah, we used to be in a band called Saving the State, and we would play Soma like every other month kind of thing.
Okay.
Like we were pretty tight with Soma, and then like mental health issues happened, and then we had to take a break, and then the members left and all that. So now we're trying to give it another shot. Carlos decided to join my band again. He's like, I'm ready to give it another shot as well.
Okay.
I'm on my medication now, so it's like everything's good. Now we're just trying to get back in there, and Soma would be a great place to start.
Okay, gotcha. How far do you think that's down the road for you? Or you think like, hey, maybe by 2025 when you're coming out with your new project, we might be in there.
That'd be ideal.
Year.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, sure, would be pretty dope. I'm gonna work hard for it. Right now the plan is just to open as much as possible for bands that are like bigger than us, kind of thing.
I got you.
We're like the new guys on the block. We got to like earn our keep first.
Right.
So that's my plan recently, because we used to just play shows with friends and like play shows with the people, like, but then I realized there's a lot of like business aspects to it where it's like it's very strategic,
100%.
where you have to pick and choose who you play with, pick and choose what venues you play for. And it's like I don't want to be blacklisted or like anything where it's like, oh, these guys refuse to play here because of this reason. But it really is, you have to start thinking about that when you really want to grow as a band. It's like, what is optimal kind of thing.
Do you have any venues that you've performed at that you're like, hey, this was some of my favorite?
Holding Company.
Holding Company is our favorite so far. Holding Company in Ocean Beach. That's been a great stage, great sound.
Yeah, Six Age. Yeah.
Okay.
One of my favorites.
And then a Humble Heart No B is pretty cool too. It's like a little do-it-yourself venue, DIY. And it's cool because a lot of kids go there just to, hang out and listen to music. So you get a lot of new people listening to your music because they're just there to hang out,
I got you. So you guys describe your band as a emo pop punk band, which is a mashup of words that I'm like, this okay, cool. That's why when you told me before, I said, sure.
I can definitely tell you the reasoning behind it.
Okay.
So yeah, emo pop punk is basically why our colors is yellow and blue. Is because it deals with depression and mania, which is the two big factors of bipolar. And so pop punk is the mania. It's like the happy, like you're on top of the world. And then the emo is the depression. So I wanted the music to reflect that, where half our set is like uplifting and like very like high energy. Yeah. Then the other half of our set is more emotional, more like let's get in our feels, because like it's good to release some energy like that too. Okay, gotcha. That's interesting. That gives a more thoughtful input and perspective on the entire kind of concept of it, which you can appreciate it. So give me a little bit about like your creative process when it comes to, you're trying to grow and you're building out your brand essentially as it is. What is that like when you're going through trying to get into Soma and, trying to open up for these various bands? Are you seeing any type of struggles, whatever like that? Give me a little bit of insight. You definitely got to get used to hearing no a lot, or it's not like a straight no. It's more like people are saying, oh, sorry, we can't, or like and I don't feel a certain type of way for that because I understand because
Yeah.
we're in the position to like if we were in that position we would have to turn down a lot of stuff too. Like I totally get it from that aspect, but that's like the main struggle is just trying to get our foot through the door. But our bassist said it really well, so I want to quote him. He said Kira said it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. So you got to pop on people's radars. Like
Gotcha.
every show you play is like an audition to be someone's new favorite band, to be someone's new opener. Like every time you're performing, it's just an audition.
Now you just got to play your best at every show.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like it where what is it? The podcast guys, full send, right?
Yeah.
I like the mentality of no matter how big or how small the venue is. Like my parents, they taught me this based off of their band. They're like, you go in all the time. And like you said, you never know who's in the audience. You never know what opportunities may arise. And if you get to a point where you're saying, oh man, this show is not that big or whatever like that, and then you got a producer or a contact for like, I don't know, music box that's looking for a house band that's like gonna pay. It's like, hey, wouldn't you love that opportunity? And then, but you slacked off on that. So it's like, you got to take yourself serious. And that's where your audience can pick up on that and whether or not you're going to take yourself serious in your music and kind of like in that overall journey. Now, so you said like you guys did the or you're planning on going or trying to get into Soma for that, and then you guys, I know you had some previous projects that you guys put out. I think you told me you guys put out like 7 songs or
we
anything like that.
A bunch of singles,
Got you. So do you think with this new iteration of the band as it is right now, do you think, as you're kind of go forward, which I like to do, is go back to your old stuff and say, hey, do we want to do a new fresh version of that?
We did that for a couple songs, right?
Yeah, so we had members in the band that wrote some of the songs that helped write them. And he's laughing right now because
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
because there's one song in particular called Rewind, and that's like our most popular song. It popped off. It was the first song to pop off, kind of thing.
Okay.
And he hates it, but
It's not that I hate it. The riff itself, it's a fun riff, but the problem is when I'm playing it, I always miss like the string I'm supposed to play, and so it sounds really sloppy every time I play it. And I've tried to practice it, and it never comes out the way I want it to.
Gotcha.
It's
so
one of
you
those
try
things.
to avoid it because
I know
it's a weak spot for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I know I'm gonna mess it up, so I never look forward to it.
But then after every show, people say, "What's that song?"
Yeah,
that Rewind song. I love that one, and he's like, "Oh." So I guess
that happened right in front of me. I was like, "There's no way."
I guess we're keeping it in the set. It's just way too popular.
You got to give the people what they want.
I know. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we have 2 really old songs called Mechanical Mind and Breakaway. Those 2 songs I don't think we're going to revisit because one of my mistakes was that I tried to keep the old songs when I had members in the band that I should have done new stuff with, and that I feel like that's the reason why those in particular left is because they're like, why are we doing these old songs? Like we should be doing new stuff. So there is one song that I brought over from my last band. It's called Time Well Spent. He was in the band with me called Saving the State. I wrote that song with them, and it was just so catchy. The chorus is like an anthem type thing, like a chant. And every time we played it live at Soma, people would sing it with us at the very end. And I was like, we got to keep the song. So we kept it. That's the one we redid. So that one you can look at and hear the difference between the quality, because with Saving the State we were recording in a bedroom kind of thing. Like we're trying to figure it out ourselves, and then with the Home by 5 version it's a little bit more polished, a little bit more high tech.
I got you. So do you have anything that like any pieces that you're like that mean more to you, I'll put it this way, are like standout pieces for yourself where you're like, this is a song that resonates with me beyond some of the other ones? Like I've written songs where I'm like, man, that one right there, that comes from a personal level where it wasn't just to write a song or whatever like that. This song is based off of whatever I was going through at that time or however I was feeling.
Yeah, so almost all my
I'm
songs...
not just asking that to you. I'm asking that to you guys.
Yeah.
I feel like Dreamer encapsulates that really well too.
Dreamer?
Yeah. Just wanting to do something bigger than what you are. You know what I mean? Something like that. What about you, Carlos?
Maybe insecurities.
That's a good song. That's fun.
I got you. That's the one you guys did with where you have the album or the artwork with all the mirrors on it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, I was listening to that the other day. It's a solid song.
That was a shout out to our artist. She's great. I
Gotcha.
think it's Billy. She's like from far away. So it's like really cool that she's able to help us with that. She did a couple artwork for us. So it's been really cool.
That's awesome. What would you say would be like the biggest struggle that you guys deal with when you're, with the band in its current iteration?
The lineup itself? No. That's a good question. I want to say it's like writing together as a whole. I feel like because we all come from different backgrounds of like music, like what we listen to. So everything kind of blends together and it ends up sounding a little bit interesting, but it's a very fun way to kind of go about it,
Gotcha. Do you think that any of that kind of pours into your live performances?
I don't think so. What do you think?
Live, I think it's when we usually record our like shows sometimes, and I just see everybody. Everybody has like their own stances. Like Justin, our rhythm guitarist, he's like a punk rocker.
I got you.
Like he likes to go out, and then when you see me on the drums, it's kind of I think like stoic, but also like I guess sometimes might compare myself as a gorilla.
Yeah, he's a gorilla.
I got you.
Gorilla on the drums. Yeah.
I got you. I got you. You had the energy. I definitely would say that. I was like, this dude's going in. And that's what you want, especially from a drummer. Can't be out here lackluster playing drums. Nah, man, get out of here with that.
Yeah.
Got you. What about yourself?
Me, what was the question? The struggles with songwriting?
Well, basically that, and then like the unique approach that you guys have to take, trying to blend everything together,
Okay.
how that translates to the way the band kind of interacts and everything when it goes live.
Okay, so like Ron said, we have different influences. Like Ron is very pop punk and very but he also delves into emo as well. So that's why like we kind of mesh really well when we work together.
I got you.
Because I have that whiny emo voice. So it's like no matter what pop punk song he throws at me, I'm gonna make it whiny and emo. So it's like so it gives that blend where it's like we're emo pop punk.
Gotcha.
Right. So
did you make that up or was that already a genre in
so
itself?
I thought I did, and then I looked it up, and there's actually a lot of emo pop punk bands.
Gotcha.
Usually they're in LA. I think a lot of them are in LA.
Got you. I was like, I remember when you guys hit me up and you told me you were an emo pop punk band. I'm like, they made that up.
I wish I could coin that phrase so much.
That would be cool.
Trademark it.
Then after I listened, I was like, nah, it fits.
Yeah,
It fits.
I also want to coin the phrase Latimo.
Latino.
Like like Latino, but Latimo because we're emo Latinos.
I'm Asian.
Three out of 5 members of the band are Mexicans. So.
How about we don't do that?
Me too.
I don't know about that.
Hey, judge me based off of my good ideas, not my bad ideas. All right. I have so many.
I got you. So let me ask you guys this question. With your band and the message for your band, or the message in your music, what do you want people to take away from that?
Well, for me, when I put into my drumming, I try to put confidence.
Okay.
Try to be confident in what you do, because when you're drumming, if you don't have confidence when you're drumming, it does not sound good.
Okay.
That's something I should work on a lot more, is like physically just being more active on stage, just performing in general. So far, I'm kind of just, I tell him all the time, man. I'm working on it. I'm working on
movement,
it.
Especially being the lead guitarist.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of movement, so I gotta figure it out. I gotta do what Justin does and kind of rock out a little more.
You ever checked out
you need to do guitar positioning. If you move, you're gonna mess up.
Yeah, exactly.
Do a Guitar Hero, just go up there.
Right. You ever checked out The Reckless?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know so much about it.
So the band The Reckless was one of the, we had them on our show last season. And those guys they were the first full band that we had on the show. And they killed it. And the lead guitar player, one of their guitar, I believe he was a lead guitar player, his his guitar was first off filthy. The I tried to clean it. He was like, just don't do it.
Oh no!
I tried to wipe it down. He was like, give it up. It's not gonna happen. But man, first off, the performance element of that, they had that on lock. And then, but my gosh, I still go back. If you go on the Icon Presents, which audience, if you do this, if you go on the Icon website or on the YouTube channel and you look at the rec list, their studio performance, you'll watch that dude. My gosh, I was like, yo, I am a fan. And I love having group bands in here, which I become fans of based off of their performances and everything. And I love getting that kind of feedback from artists and people that watch the show. Is like, oh man, people like they started picking up my album or bought more of my singles or whatever. Because since the performance and everything. But my gosh, like, so when I say, like, when you talked about like getting into like performing more and getting active, check him out. I was like, this dude's thing is, he's this buff dude and his guitar. You talked about being a gorilla, man. He's a buff dude and his guitar makes him. He looks like he's playing a ukulele. But he's absolutely shredding it.
He's yoked.
Exactly.
That's funny. Yeah.
Go ahead, give me your answer for the question.
So what I want people to take away from our music is that it's okay to feel, it's okay to like get in your emotions, like it's okay to be emo. I grew up a very sensitive kid, so I cried a lot. I was just born emo kind of thing.
Born emo. I was born emo.
I came out of the womb like when I was like that's kind of how it was. But no, it's like I want to. Community is a huge thing for me too. I want people to be able to come to our shows and already have that sense of community, and like we have something in common where it's like, oh, we both like emo stuff, or I like pop punk, oh, I like emo. But then there's like the little middle ground where it's like, oh, we both like the same bands, because usually you'll see a pop punk and an emo band like play in the same bill sometimes, and then like you have bands like Fall Out Boy where they kind of have like the whiny kind of voice sometimes, but poppy music, pop punky music. So it's like I want to bring that common ground, and then also just want everybody to feel and then really get into the emotions of it. I got you.
If you could change one thing about the music industry and the kind of the things that you deal with at this moment, now, what would you say is the biggest thing that you're like, man, why do we have to deal with this?
New aesthetic blowing up. No, we love them. No,
this things are homies. They're great, but it's like they are living the dream right now.
They really are,
to be honest. And like, it's hard to not compare yourself to other bands. Yeah, but you really cannot think of it like that. Like the way I think about it is like, let's earn our keep. Let's prove ourselves so that we can play with them someday. I got you. We've asked to play with them a couple times, but it's like, it's one of those things where I said before, it's like, you got to choose who you play with. Yeah. And they have a manager now, so it's like, they can't accept everything. And like, I don't take that personally. I'm like, dude, guys, live your dream. You're living it. Like our time in the sun will come. Like our time in the spotlight will come. But right now it's on you. So like, just live it. For me, something I would like to change. I don't know. I guess, so a lot of people, when they have a favorite band, they listen to that favorite band only, and they don't stray away from it. They don't listen to new music. So like, what I've been doing recently is be the change you want to see. So I've been going to local shows. I've been going to colleges where I don't know the bands at all. Right. Like I'll look up on Spotify. I'll be like, oh, I like this lineup. Like I like the sound of it, but I've never heard of these bands before in my life. So I go to the show. I love it. I buy merch. To support, and then at home I look up the songs that they played live, and I add it to my playlist. So I'm like, okay, now I know these bands. Now I have new favorite bands. I think that's what I would like to change, is that people being more open to hearing and going to support newer bands they've never heard of before. I got you. I can say I am guilty of doing that. We're all guilty of it, man. I'm like, man, I get in a rotation. Like no matter what genre of music it is, I like sometimes I'll sway away and I'll kind of go and entertain certain things, but I don't find myself being open to new stuff quite often. And I become that grumpy old man that's like, man, all this music these days ain't as good as it was back in the day. It is
they
like,
don't make music like this no more.
Exactly. I'm like, man, I remember hearing my older family members say that. And you're like, man, the old heads and what do they know? But then I'm listening, I'm like, yeah, gosh, like when the mumble rap thing was a phase, gosh, I couldn't stand that. Yeah. I was like, that killed every bit of momentum for me.
Yeah.
So I find myself, I just go to the older artists that were like popping back when I was around their same age, and they're still putting out music. I'm like, cool. Good. I'm married with 2 kids now. What am I gonna listen to music about some single guy's life?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you want something to relate to.
Exactly. But that's awesome, man. So tell the people how they can support you guys.
Well, I just set up a thing right now on Instagram in our bio. We're Home by 5 or HB5 Band on Instagram. In our bio, it's like a link tree to our Spotify playlist where it has all of our songs. From the top song is going to be the oldest song we ever had to the latest release single, and then also in that link tree is now a link to our merch. I set up a merch shop. So now you can start buying merch online, because we used to be like, come to a show to get merch kind of thing. But like,
got you.
But now I guess the idea is that like you can come to a show for like a discounted price for sure, maybe. Because we still want to bring people to shows, you know, gotta find a way to do it. But on that link now they can buy shirts online and have it shipped to them. So
okay, gotcha.
And then
do you guys have a website?
We don't have a website.
Not an official website, no.
No, just like Linktree to like
Gotcha.
things that sends them to other websites like Spotify, and then I've been using Printify for the t-shirts and stuff for merch.
Gotcha. You guys have been getting some traction on that, and being able to audience reception has been pretty good.
I would like to like kind of announce like one of our videos has like 110K like views or like plays.
Nice.
And it's like it's awesome because it's not the song that you hate. So it's like I told him I promise.
I was thankful for that, because there's times when I first mentioned I didn't like our song Rewind. His spitball back was just telling me how well like that video did on. He's like, it had this many likes, this many comments. I was like, I can't give him the facts. I can't argue it. I was like,
I'm sorry, I know you hate this song, but these are the facts, man. So people like it. So then what I did was our newest single, Insecurities. I've been like boosting that, boosting all the videos for it, and then we've been getting a lot of good feedback from it. And yeah, we're just trying to up our game when it comes to marketing and like promotion and just like content, because that's the new big thing nowadays, is that you have to be a content creator
100%.
if you have ambitions greater than just, you know, playing for fun,
right?
You know,
100%. It's a task in itself, and you can't take it lightly. It will separate the men from the boys. Because it's one of those things where I've learned this kind of like the hard way, where I was kind of like, there are certain things that I still won't do. I tried to do the TikTok thing. I'm not. I gave up on that. I'm like, I'm over it. I don't have the attention span for TikTok. And that's funny because, you know, TikTok caters towards people with short attention spans. I just can't stand it. You keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. The interface is wacky to me. I'm like, gosh, man, this is garbage.
I'm Instagram all the way, but
Chinese spyware.
Instagram over TikTok all day.
Every Instagram video I make, I just put that video onto TikTok. I don't make like separate videos for TikTok.
I got you.
I'm just like, all right, send it over. I don't have to worry about it.
But yeah, so it sounds like you guys have a good wrap on kind of what you're doing, the vision for yourselves, and kind of the goal of the band as a whole. And I think that it comes across in your music, it comes across in your delivery and the interactions between you guys. Like, I spent the day with you guys, and you guys could tell that you guys are passionate about it, but you guys have a vibe for it that it's that I can appreciate. I don't like promoting or amplifying people that I'm like, oh man, you don't even take yourself serious. So why would your audience take yourself?
Like, why would you go on a show if you don't want to, you know, take it further, you know?
Take it up to that next level.
Yeah.
But awesome. So shout out your Instagram one more time for the people.
HB5 Band or Home by 5 Band. And then the 5 is spelled out if you want to do that. But there's that. And then check us out on Spotify as well. That'll help us a lot. Get those views up. Get those plays.
That new project coming in 2025. What is it called again?
Are You Satisfied?
Are You Satisfied? How'd you come up with that name? How'd you guys do that?
It's actually an idea I had, because we have a song that we released not too long ago called Satisfy.
Gotcha.
And so when we're trying to put the EP or whatever it's going to be together, we're trying to find a name for it. And I was like, well, Satisfy is one of my favorite songs from what we've wrote so far. So I was like, what if it's just, are you satisfied?
I got
Because it's more of like, are we? Like, is this what we want to do? You know?
Are you satisfied?
I love it. Well, I love the fact that we were able to capture you guys' performance and everything with that project, and give you guys something that, you know, puts a visual for people with that project. So I'm looking forward to everybody being able to check it out. It's going to be awesome for for basically for everybody. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Great time.
Thank you so
Not
much.
a problem at all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for another episode of Icon Presents. It feels so good to be back with season 2. I'm telling you, the lineup that we have, you're not gonna want to miss it. So be sure to check out the Icon Presents podcast website, sign up for our newsletter, everything that we have going on, so that way you can keep up with all the artists and all of their new projects. And oh man, it's gonna be a great time. So with that being said, y'all take care.